Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm the audiophile journeyman. I'm going to try to make videos on an ongoing basis, maybe once a month, once every 2 months. This is the first one just to get the channel started. I am reset up my system. I'm getting my house renovated and it's taking longer than I expected. I'm going to have a listening room in the same area as the family room. I will be purchasing new cables, audio racks, and things like that over time. I'm also going to be purchasing new equipment and then roll it out through this channel as I purchase it and kind of give, not opinions, but just my feedback on why I purchased things, what items I looked at, I passed on, and what I settled on and why. I currently have equipment, and that's kind of what this video is about as a starting point for my system. You can see it there. I have Conrad Johnson power amp, preamp. The power amp I've had for 20 years. The preamp is maybe 5-6 years to me. There's also a Sony SACD player buried under some CDs there. That's an SACD CD that's kind of a jack of all trades. I picked it up used. I had a very high-end Sony SACD player that the laser failed on, and I bought in to get it fixed, and it just made me throw it out, which kind of discouraged me, but nobody was willing to fix it because you can't buy parts for it. You can't get anything for it anymore, so it's pretty much useless. So I did what they said, and I dismantled it, recycled what I could, and threw the rest away. I have, new to me over the last few months, of those NOLA speakers you see. They're Contender S3 speakers. I like the NOLAs because they sound very good with tubes. They're very dynamic and open. They're not my final speakers. I just picked them up because I was in a store and they were selling them on demo, and good opportunity, so I picked them up. What's not in the video here is I have a Riga turntable that's new with a DS audio cartridge. I'm going to do an unboxing and setup of that. It's kind of like a focal point moving forward. I wanted a new turntable, and that DS audio cartridge was very intriguing to me. I did listen to a few cartridges, and that one really has a great noise floor, very dynamic, very revealing, for not a lot of money. I bought the S1, I think it was, the very basic cartridge. And what I plan on doing is, if it holds up and I really like it, as I need to progress up, I'll do so to another level of DS audio cartridges. I'm also looking to purchase all new system, all components, speakers, everything. And I'm looking for high level synergy. Most likely I'll be getting all the same, from the same brand. I'm not going to mix and match like I have here. This I'll keep, and I'll build around it. I'll put in new cables and clean it up, new power cables and everything. This, like I said, I have for 20 years. I have Nakamichi cassette decks. One of them had refurbished that I'll use. And my original one, it just was too expensive at this point to have it, to bother with refurbishing it. It still works, but it doesn't perform like it used to. And I'll bring those into this system and have it all set up over time. I have many other pairs of speakers, a couple pairs of ADSs, B&Ws, those small Sonys you can buy on Amazon for about 80 bucks a pair, and they are phenomenal. I'll go over those eventually too. For the price, $80 is just crazy. Near field listening, they're outstanding. You can't compare at that price point to anything else. I don't really have headphones, so I won't do much with that. It's going to be probably two systems, one main system, which you don't see here, which I'm going to buy eventually, and it's going to be all high-level synergy. It's going to be musical, listenable. It's going to be the kind of thing I'm looking for, something that once I start listening, I don't want to turn it off. I want that level of system. It doesn't have to be dynamic that it blows me out of my chair or anything like that. It's just got to be very, very realistic and musical. This system you see in front of you, but it's just because of its age, it doesn't have the dynamics it used to. I will bring the amp in and probably have new tubes put in because I've never done it. The thing biases every time I turn it on. It works great, but I'm thinking after this length of time, the tubes need to be replaced. So I'll bring it for that. The preamp tubes are fairly new, so I'm not worried there. And like I said, the SACD, and I'll have a turntable on this system. Possibly I'll put the DS audio here first. I'll do an unboxing and do the whole video on that. But that'll move over to whatever I buy for a new system. And I have an old Denon turntable which works great with a new cartridge on. I'll roll that into this system. and this will be on its own in another room. I also have an ADS Model 1001 acoustic dimension synthesizer that I bought probably 40 years ago now, and it still works. It's got a little noise in it as you turn the dials, a little bit of dust, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's fun to have in the system. It does add noise because you're adding more circuitry, but it's great to have that effect of a large hall if you wanted, or a small club. I have some other components I've picked up, some other preamplifiers I might roll in and out. But over time, I think I'll start selling those off to clean up what I have and just kind of stick to what I need and focus on it. And the point of these videos will be, I hope, to just talk about synergy and what I have and why I stick with things and what sounds good with what. Like I said, I'll buy a main system. I might roll stuff into here as I find them. Maybe new speakers, new amps, get rid of things I don't use anymore or don't need anymore. Just sell them on the used market at whatever price. So that'll be kind of what I'm planning on doing with this channel. I've been into audio since probably 1980, and some of these things you'll see are vintage 1980, early 80s, and they've been repaired if needed. Some stuff just still works. So it's been very interesting, and some grails I went back have an apt preamplifier and amplifier. I saw those when I was first starting out and I couldn't afford them, and I went a few years back and found a used market had a couple of them that are in great shape, and I have those and I use them. They're good near field stuff, at least for now, and I'll demonstrate that and just all the different things I have and just kind of go over them and why I like them and why I kept them and what I'm looking for and what I'm gonna purchase or have purchased. I probably will not tease the channel. I will go out and just purchase something and then I'll display it. I'll do unboxing and then explain why I purchased it. All right, so thank you for listening to this. This is, like I said, the kickoff of the channel, the Audiophile Journeyman. I did this in one straight take. I don't think I'm going to edit this at all, or it's been edited. So hope you enjoyed it. And as you see this room change, it'll be, have a floor and proper window treatments and everything else, and it'll be much cleaner looking as it goes forward. When they are working on the house, I box everything up so it doesn't get dust or anything. So it's just set up for this reason. Otherwise, it's usually not here. All right, thank you. Bye.